Welcome back at long last to AGON, the Lost Sword of Toledo. Today was the talking episode, wasn't it? It totally was.
So you have heard about it, Mr. Hunt. Unfortunate case. I am sorry. I don't know any details. And I'm not interested. The criminal is behind bars and will soon have his due punishment.
It is said that the sword has not been found.
Really? I don't know about it. How should I know?
They also say it is a pretty sword. Perhaps exactly Juan Candalas's work.
Yes, I had the opportunity to see it in the owner's house, but unfortunately I didn't observe it thoroughly enough.
That was a mistake, given what a meticulous expert you are, Mr. Arriaga.
Oh, so you have made the acquaintance of the most beautiful angel of the area. A really kind person, although we are only on greeting terms. And lucky too. It is said that she will soon marry the well-to-do Eugenio Garcia de la Rica, a young man who has a serious political career ahead of him. It's a pity you cannot meet Salvador, the painter. He has died recently. I'm sure you would have found common interests. You know, he lived in England for a long time. He visited noble society. There is a rumor that his daughter's mother was a noble woman. Although, you know, there is so much gossip in a small city like this. But it would be a mistake to believe everything one hears.
Yeah, especially when there's a lot of liars around.
You've heard about the young blacksmith. Everyone says he is a blessed young man. But have they also mentioned that he is in prison right now? Because he stole from his employer, a rich man? Well, the coin has two sides, Mr. Hunt. One cannot choose one's neighbors, Mr. Hunt. Especially my fellow poor and modest people are burdened by this curse. Although there used to be a time when that woman respected me, she has not bothered to even greet me for 3 years now. Despite the fact that I swear I haven't done anything wrong. I was selling their work too, but the family blamed me for not being able to sell their swords and daggers. The interest has simply decreased. He was the last descendant of the famous swordsmith family, renowned for their sword craftsmanship. Unfortunately, there was less and less demand for his works. Unlike his father's, Juan Candela's works are well known by collectors all over the world. Maybe you have heard of them, Mr. Hunt. They called him the Blade Master. He was a real artist. God bless him. After his death, the weapons he made became even more expensive. Alonso's palace is on La Mancha Square. He's an excellent man, influential, authoritative, and moreover, he has a sense of artistic objects. He buys a lot from me, a man with a very good taste. I was afraid he would move away for a longer time because there was a rumor that he would be ambassador to a country in South America. However, the plan fell through for some reason. Nowadays, his son, Eugenio, has similar plans.
How much is this? Okay, we have 3 things left. Good.
Mr. Alonso's butler, he comes from France. He has a real poker face. You could easily imagine he is hiding something or is running from his past. Stay clear of him, Mr. Hunt. The policeman? Well, I haven't had much business with him. Thank God. I think he is the kind of character that God created precisely to be a policeman. Who? Domingo? I don't know him.
Thank you for your kindness, Mr. Arriaga. As I have promised, I will soon return, and we will talk about the details of the purchase.
May we have the pleasure, Mr. Hunt. See you later.
Alright, that's it for talking. For now. And good, we have a biscuit. We don't have to take that sidetrack trip I was afraid we might have to do. It's been so long since I recorded this. Did we look around? Let's see what we find. Junk, just junk. Beat this pop sand. Alrighty, back to the Plaza de la Mancha. I think that's how you say it, Mancha. It's a nice name. Moncha, Moncha, Moncha. Okay. Before we get down the road, let us enjoy ourselves a little bit. Got the biscuit? We can do more music.
You brought biscuits again? Do you want me to play for you again?
Eh, why not? I like his music.
Thank you, sir. Here are 3 more well-known melodies. El Nenufar. Amor se paga con amor. La barca de amor.
Thank you, Domingo. See you later.
May we have the good fortune to meet again, sir. Forgive me, sir, I am thirsty. I will have a drink in the restaurant. Come back later.
All right, Domingo. See you later.
I must say, I'll be extremely happy when we see him again. Because it means more music. Alrighty. There's one. I think there's one detail we can do over here that I missed. I read it earlier. No? Just kidding. Well, the gate's open, so let's go inside.
Oh, the door is open. Perhaps Hugo won't be angry if I simply enter the garden. Hugo?
Alrighty, now remember when I played this on my old computer, this room was extremely laggy for some reason. Ah, there's Hugo.
This garden is very pretty and fits this rich palace.
Indeed it does, Professor. Let's head over to the man. Can't go that way. Can't go in the house, just have to go where it tells us. By the way, I really like this song.
You can't deny that this butler knows how to live.
Nope. Alrighty, what you got for us?
Hugo, I have good news. I managed to make a deal with the arts dealer. I sold your stamp.
Oh, really? Well, I am very grateful for you, Professor. May I ask how much you got for it?
We got 1,500 pesos.
You wanted to have 1,500 for it, didn't you? Well, I brought you that amount.
You are an excellent businessman, Mr. Hunt. Thank you.
Oh, I guess you have to give him the money. Alrighty.
Thank you. And now, I will give you what I promised. Here you are. The permission in Mr. Alonso's abrupt style. The sergeant won't doubt it was written by the master.
Are you certain that the writing is sufficiently similar?
I am? How shall I say? It's not the first time that I have used this ability of mine, sir.
I believe I understand.
I hope it is successful.
Thank you very much indeed, Hugo.
Alright, oh, great talking.
A good butler either speaks well of his employer or says nothing at all.
Then at least tell me something good about him, Hugo.
I can't say much good. You know, everything changed some years ago. Everything ended with the sudden death of Mrs. Alma Garcia de la Rica. The light and comfort left the house forever, just as it left Mr. Alonso's eyes. A promising political career fell apart. and friendships fell prey to bitterness. This man is no longer the man he was 10 years ago, Professor. He won't speak to anyone except his son, and when he does, he is crude and grumpy. He is feared around Toledo, but he has considerable influence in Madrid as well. It seems his artlessness increases his authority. Francisco is a decent, hard-working young man. He had been working in the house for weeks, making and repairing knobs, putting bars on the windows in the back. He arrived on time every morning, and he left in the evening only after he had finished the day's work. Naturally, Mr. Alonso was irritable with him too, but he was never bothered by this. He always behaved respectfully.
Could he see the famous sword?
Of course. The sword hung over the landing in a central place, and he passed it every day. To tell you the truth, I saw him admiring the sword more than once, even caressing it.
Oh. And have you perhaps told this to the police?
Unfortunately, yes.
But all this was perhaps nothing more on his part than a natural manifestation of resigned attachment.
Yes, I know. I feel I owe that boy. The old swordsmith? He wasn't a rare visitor to the house earlier. Then the friendship stopped when all cheerfulness stopped. The old Candelas brought the sword to Mr. Alonso around then. I never understood his purpose. I don't understand it to this day. The painter's daughter, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't remember meeting her. But she is said to be a very pretty woman. The young Eugenio has been referring to her lately as his future bride. Well, I don't envy such a vain guy's future bride at all.
Oh boy.
It is a beautiful sword indeed, but I was never particularly interested in weapons. I don't know much about them either. And I have to say this attitude can be tolerated a lot, even here, in the homeland of the famous Blade of Toledo, although it is neither very popular nor common. Few people have visited the palace recently, but all regarded the Candela sword highly. More than one offered large sums for it. Mr. Fernandez, a retired general, actually fell in love with it, and Count Hungria the playboy and Arriaga the dealer both admired it. However, Mr. Alonso would not part with the treasure for any amount of money. Francisco's mother? I don't know her personally.
Oh, that was nice and easy.
The painter was a great man. May he rest in peace. Traveled around the world, a person of European thinking, not like some of the backward characters here in the area. He had a good understanding of and was interested in everything, be it painting, music, photography, history, politics, sports. He used to be a regular visitor in our house some time ago. And I had the good fortune of having longer conversations with him in the garden several times. Mr. Diaz Palencia highly appreciated the garden, which is under my care.
I figured that out myself.
Thank God I have little business with the police. But I wouldn't have much to talk about with this Rayoyos. I consider him a rude man. Fortunately, nothing much happens in this neighborhood. Not enough for us to require a sharp and commanding policeman. Innocent character. Although I used to be uneasy about him, Mr. Alonso happened to say once that one had to be careful with people like him because they are usually recruited to become spies. They see everything and know everything. But I have known Domingo too long to believe it.
Ah, 2 to go.
May I ask what a French butler is doing serving a Spanish master?
Well, it is a long and unpleasant story. Please, don't ask me about it.
Something tells me you weren't planning on this profession when you were young.
Come, is there anyone who plans on being a butler? But you are right. I used to be on the other side of things at home, for a long time, so to say. Then something happened. I'm doing penance, Professor. Yeah, it should be enough now. I only dare to say so much because, On the one hand, you are a stranger. On the other hand, we have become accomplices. Do you understand me?
Of course. And you can count on my secrecy.
The merchant is a sly criminal. A mean man is hiding behind his false modesty. They say his friends are from the underworld. Armed guards watch his sleep at night. Of course, you know the town gossip. But be careful nevertheless, Professor. If you allow me to suggest, always take his words with a grain of salt.
Well, that's it for that. This went around too much, I think. Let's take a peek. This here. Remember how to get. Dear Sergeant, Professor Hunt has come from England as a good friend of the family. He knew the late Mr. Candelas too. I cannot deny him the permission to see and talk to that rascal, Candelas' son. Please allow them to meet. Thank you, Alonso de la Garza. Blah. Trying to spin here. Now we're supposed to be able to snoop, I believe, or not. You finished talking? I thought I remembered us being able to look at something in here. Maybe not. Well, oh well. Let's just skedaddle then. Seriously, I thought we could go look at something. He's just watching us over there like, go ahead, leave. I'm not paying attention. I feel like we're missing something for some reason. Maybe we didn't ask him for something earlier, or haven't explored something yet. That could very well be the case. Well, if that's the case, we'll just move on from here. We'll revisit Mr. What's his name in a later episode, probably the next one. That. Let's see here. What have we here? I'm just gonna check out this place again. I don't remember what all we've done here. I think maybe I skipped it. Nope, we've definitely been here.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, Professor. Any news of my son?
No news yet, Madam Candelas, but as soon as I find something out, I'll tell you. I promise.
Thank you, Professor.
Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, can't go upstairs yet? What's all this? It's been so long, I'm forgetting what we've done, what we've not done, what needs to be done, and what we can do to... I think what this is gonna do. Besides, maybe their talking sequence. Alright, old man, here's your permission slip you wanted. Hope you're happy.
Look, they aren't gone yet? All right, Professor. It will be as Mr. Alonso requested. You can talk to that blacksmith's assistant whenever you wish to. That is, as long as he is there, because once they come for him from Madrid, this paper will be of no use. Go ahead. The corridor door is open.
Oh, more talking? I think not. Let's go do new stuff now.
Are you Senor Candelas?
Yes, I am. But who are you? Some detective? Are you already taking me to Madrid?
My name is Hunt. Professor Samuel Hunt from the British Museum. We don't know each other, but I know a secret of yours that only very few know. That is why I'm here.
Secret? Is that how you want to get false testimony from me? I won't be fooled by your tricks, sir. I didn't steal that cursed sword.
Calm down, my friend. I want to help you, but you must help me too.
What do you want from me?
First of all, more accurate information, young Candelas. I am ready to believe that you are innocent, but it is not easy to prove.
Are you going to be my lawyer, Mr. Hunt? Perhaps Carmen asked you to be my lawyer?
No, not quite. Believe me, it is important for me personally that you be set free soon.
This is getting mysterious. Would you tell me where you know me from or what you want from me?
I think you must know if I say that, in fact, I am in search of the AGON.
The AGON? What? In search of the AGON? Gee! You'd be the legendary hero who comes one day according to tales to take the curse off our family?
Excuse me, but what is so funny about it?
I apologize. It is simply that this is not how I imagined it as a child. You know, you're not exactly what a hero looks like in a classical tale.
I agree with that, Mr. Candelas, but it also seems this is not a tale at all.
Just call me Francisco. I'm not worthy of the Condela's name anymore.
Don't talk like this.
But I'm not. But this is not so important now. It is more important that I have here before me the man who brings my ancestors' legend alive, and the hero who will bring freedom one day.
Well, you would need that at the moment, Francisco.
Yes, it's true. Because if you don't get me out of here in a short time, I will never teach you the cursed Alquerque.
Alquerque?
That's the name of the game. According to the tradition, the Moors brought it to Spain hundreds of years ago. They knew it by the name of El Quaquet. Then, thanks to the curse, it was slowly forgotten.
I see. I would not like to miss the opportunity to get to know it. Please help me. Let me do everything I can for it.
Of course. What are you interested in, Mr. Hunt?
I have tried to sniff around in the city. I have discovered a surprising number of details, but you may think they are worth nothing in the absence of your honest confession.
Just ask me, Mr. Hunt. I'll answer all your questions.
Oh, we got quite a few questions. But we're gonna save them for next time. See you guys then.